Today, November 5th is 2024. My name is Maya.
And I'm Caitlin. Welcome back to your local DSN.
In U.S. news, each October, U.S. families harvest millions of pumpkins each year. Some are made into pies, others are carved as jack-o'-lanterns, and a few enter way-off contests. The biggest one is in Half Moon Bay, California. This year, a 2,471-pound pumpkin named Rudy won first place, earning its grower Gavis Granger the title of Pumpkin King.
World news, at just 18 years old, Nima Rinji Sherpa has done something amazing. He's the youngest person and one of about 50 people to climb all 14 of the world's highest mountains, known as 8,000ers. These giant peaks in the Asian Himalayas are so tall that the air near the top is called the death zone. It has almost no oxygen for people to breathe.
In local news, today, November 5th, is Election Day, a special day when people get to vote on their leaders and important decisions in their communities. Kids can learn about the election process by asking questions, discussing the importance of voting with their families, or even participating in school activities related to elections. Now let's go over to Jade and Emma with This Week in History.
My name is Jade.
And I am Emma. This week in history, in 1860, Abraham Lincoln is elected the 16th President of the United States. His election marked a major turning point in the U.S.
And in 1869, Rutgers and Princeton played the very first college football game. Back then, the game looked a lot more like soccer than football today.
In 1992, a famous chess rematch took place. American chess master Bobby Fischer played against Russian player Boris Spassky.
And in 1989, East German leaders announced that people could finally travel freely from East Berlin to West Berlin.
Next week
on This Week in History, now let's go over Alan and Jace with sports.
Welcome to Sports News. My name is Alan.
And I'm Jace. In baseball news, congrats to the LA Dodgers for being crowned the 2024 World Series champions. Way to go.
In football news, last weekend the Arizona Cardinals played against the Chicago Bears. Take a look at the score. They're gearing up to take on the New York Jets this Sunday at State Farm Stadium. Let's rally behind them as they aim for the big victory. Go Cardinals.
Tonopah Valley Varsity Football is awaiting their playoff matchup. We'll be sure to cheer them on as they try and compete for the state championship.
Exciting news in basketball. The Suns will face the Miami Heat this Wednesday at home, which is an exciting matchup. Fans are eager to see how their star players will perform against a tough opponent. That is all for today.
See you next week on Sports News.
Now let's go over to Mrs. Dirksen and Mrs. Huggins with the weekly update.
Hello, Desert Sunset, and welcome back for another episode of DSM. Glad to have you all here. We have some great stuff going on, but first, just a recap. We had the most time at Mathoween night, Mrs. Huggins, right? We had families coming through, playing lots of fun math games, and there were some really cool games.
Yeah, and then after that, we had our parade. We got to see everybody dressed up as their favorite book characters, had some parents who came to watch and video and take pictures. It was a lot of fun.
It was a ton of fun. So we hope you all had a great time. I know it was a little bit chilly, but we got through it, and it was really, really fun. And, of course, we still have fun stuff this week going on.
Absolutely. This Friday, we're going to have our Veterans Day celebration. We've gotten some essays that we've picked out some winners for, so we can't wait for you guys to hear all about the winners of our essay contest. And then we'll have some fun activities planned to celebrate and honor our veterans on Friday.
Yes, we have lots of celebrations next week. So we have that on Friday. But then also this week, boys and girls, some of you have received a special invitation from Mrs. Huggins and myself to come to a dinner. Bring your parents. We're going to have pizza, Mrs. Huggins. We're having a pizza dinner because that is like the best. So pizza dinner for what we're calling the Data Dinner Nights. And Data Dinner Nights, boys and girls, are for 4th and 5th grade students who last year on their state test either we're proficient or highly proficient, we know that test is really difficult. And so we just want to show our appreciation for your hard work and your commitment to doing your best job. And so if you were proficient or highly proficient, you have already received an invitation. So this is an invitation only dinner. So only those people that received that blue invitation, we're looking forward to seeing you and your parents on those nights. They're 2 different nights, so please look at your invitation to know when they are.
And we have some special award certificates all printed and ready for that.
That's going to be great.
It is.
And then, boys and girls, also this week, we have our progress reports. So you're going to get those Tuesday, today. You should get those to go home. And then we want your parents to sign them and bring them back. That just kind of gives us an idea where you are before the end of the quarter and gives you a chance to be able to work on those grades and make sure that you're learning what you need to learn.
Absolutely. And then next week is our benchmark testing for Galileo. And we're going to have testing happening every day next week. So some of our schedules are going to be a little bit different so we can make sure that we have the appropriate time for testing. But we need you to make sure you show up to school on time and well rested each day next week so you are ready for testing to do your very best.
And have eaten a good breakfast. That's important. So boys and girls, please make sure that you're here on time because we are going to start the schedule Mrs. Huggins mentioned is different. It will be first thing in the morning. So we're going to get here, get our breakfast out of the way, and then as soon as the announcements are over, we're going to start testing. So don't be late on those days. It's really, really important. So, all right, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
This is Dirksen and Mrs. Huggins. Now let's go over to Timothy and Riley with entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment News. I'm Timothy.
And I'm Riley.
If you feel like getting in the holiday mood a little early this year, check out The Best Pageant Ever. It's a fun new movie coming to theaters on November 8th, 2024. It's based on a classic book and tells the story about a herdsman's siblings when they take over the pageant. They cause a lot of chaos, but also everyone learns what Christmas really means.
The latest book, I Survived series, I Survived the Black Death, 1348, will be released today, November 5th. And this thrilling story by Lauren Tarshish, a young hero navigates the danger of the Black Death, a devastating plague from history. The book is all about courage, helping kids connect with the past in an exciting way. Great for 2nd to 5th grade.
That's all for this week.
See you next time on Entertainment News.
Now let's go over William and Lorena with Fun Fact Trivia.
Welcome to Fun Fact Trivia. My name is William.
And I'm Lorena. Did you know that today, November 5th, is National Love Your Red Hair Day?
Today we celebrate all the beautiful red-haired people out there. This is a special day for redheads to shine and show off their unique and gorgeous hair. It's all about embracing what makes you special so everyone can feel proud of their hair color no matter what shade it is.
Your question for today is
What is the rarest eye color for redheads?
A. Brown-eyed,
B. Blue-eyed.
C. Hazel-eyed. You have 10 seconds to make your decision. If you said B, you are correct.
Blue-eyed redheads are the rarest kind. Only 1% of the world's population has both blue eyes and red hair.
How to observe this day. Redheads gather together. Show your red hair in all its glory. Short, long, curly, or straight, red hair gets the spotlight.
See you next week
On Fun Fact Trivia.
Now let's go over to Juliana and Abram with Science Time.
Welcome to Science Time. My name is Juliana.
And I'm Abram.
Octopus are some of the smartest animals in the ocean. They can use coconut shells as homes and change their colors to hide from predators. A new study from researchers in Germany found the octopus can also be great leaders. They lead their hunting groups and even keep others in line if someone tries to cheat. Isn't that cool?
A team of scientists spent over 120 hours underwater in the Red Sea studying how big blue octopus hunt with fish. They observed that when the octopus moves, the fish swarm around it, suggesting directions. The octopus then chose where to go, showing how clever they are in their underwater world.
See you next week
with more Science Time.
Now let's Let's go over to Caitlin with Word of the Week.
Welcome to Word of the Week. My name is Caitlin. This week's word is election. Election is a noun and it means the process of choosing a person to serve in the government by voting. Here's how it can be used in a sentence. In the United States, the election of president takes place every 4 years. See you next time on Word of the Week.
That's all for this week's episode of JSN.
Have an amazing week.